So tonight was the first AEW Dynamite coming off the heels of what was a pretty interesting AEW's All Out show. I was about to say Double or Nothing. And overall, man, tonight's Dynamite show, this was a really, really good show. Hell, I might even go out on a limb and say this is a great show coming off the heels. It's like Tony Khan and the AEW locker room knew what was coming, obviously, with the whole news of a certain guy who we will not mention, and they was like, we got to give these fans a show to kind of get away from what happened this past weekend, I guess you can say, and I think they did a pretty good job at that. Speaking of which, Tony Khan immediately, right at the start of the show, announced that the trios belts and the AEW World Championship title has been officially vacated. Obviously, we're going to get to the trios belts in a minute, but the tournament, which started tonight, will decide the finals at Grand Slam, the new AEW World Champion. So we will see what happens there. But we got Maxwell Jacob Freeman on the mic for the very first time since he cut that quote unquote iconic pipe bomb back in June. And this was a really good promo, man. MJF obviously is in New York, it's in his hometown pretty much. And he says that he loves AEW and he'll never leave AEW, and talks about how he's gonna win the AEW World Championship. You know what I mean? Mox comes out and MJF goes back to being your regular old MJF. So MJF pretty much playing along with the crowd. Then he takes off the Josh Allen t-shirt, says he sucks. MJF's talking about, like, the bidding war of 2024, how he's going to call up his boy Papa H and join with his best friend Cody Rhodes. Mox like, look, man, get out the ring, bro. We ain't here to hear you talk like that. All right. Mox cut a really, really great promo here, man. The heart, John, like, I don't know if it's just me, but I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point. This promo proves that if there's anyone who can label themselves the heart and soul of AEW, that's John freaking Mox. I mean, the dude literally said like he was about to go on vacation, yet he is here and he is competing for the world championship. Yeah, this was a heartfelt one, man. Like this was a really good one. You may not be the biggest fan of John Moxley, and even then, you'll still say it's a big moment. So yeah, all right. So like I said, we talked about the AEW World Trios Championships. Dev Triangle versus the Best Friends. What a way to open up a show. Holy crap. This was some high athletic, just really all of very great stuff here to kick off a show. Dev Triangle do get the win here, which I believe Pac's the first man in AEW to hold two titles at the same time, the All Atlantic Championship and the Trios Championship. I believe, well, I mean, you got Kenny Omega, but still, like, technically, Pac's like the first double AEW champion. Like, when Kenny held the belts, Kenny was champion in Impact, AAA, so those weren't all elite wrestling titles. So technically that doesn't count. But Dev Triangle wins. And to be honest with you, I thought this was the right decision. I think Dev Triangle is the best outside of the other team that we're not going to mention. They're the only like real ones who deserved it. No offense to the Best Friends, but I think the Dev Triangle should have a really good reign as the trios belts. So we get Tony Storm and Penelope Ford. This was a championship eliminator match, so Penelope Ford would have won. She would have got a title shot against Tony Storm. This was okay stuff. To me, this low key kind of felt like just a little bit of a cool down period. Um, but hey, it was okay stuff. It wasn't bad. Tony Storm gets the win, of course, and yeah, there's really nothing else I can say about that. Chris Jericho cuts a promo, says that he's gonna beat Danielson, so he pretty much spoiled the fact that that Danielson was gonna beat Hangman. But yeah, we see that happening, and he says this is my locker room. I'm gonna win back the world title and all that stuff. So we're not gonna even get into Sammy Guevara, which I don't even know why you put him in this tournament in the first place. Like, you got someone like Powerhouse Hobbs who could have been in the damn tournament, but you just had to put this douche in the tournament. I hope Darby beats him, bro. I really do. Wardlow versus Tony Nese. This is for the TNT Championship. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a squash match. So I'm not about to sit up here and tell you how this match went. But Wardlow cut a promo, and I guess he's been watching my reviews because I've been saying a lot recently that Wardlow hasn't really felt like a champion. And maybe this could be the start where they could do something Wardlow. My thing is they need to put him in a feud with someone. Like, have Wardlow be in a real feud. Like, because for the most part, what Wardlow's been doing, I feel like is filler. But Wardlow says there's going to be war for everyone. And this is my world. And you're living in it. So I was like, okay, Wardlow, I guess you've been watching my reviews. I don't want you to come to me and powerbomb me. But I know you've been watching, brother. This was match of the night, man. Bryan Danielson, Hangman Page. This was the AEW World Title Wildcard Tournament match. This was match of the night. And even though Jericho had to spoil it by saying Danielson was going to win, this was great stuff, bro. Definitely some great stuff, bro. Some may say this was probably better than the other two matches they had together, but definitely all around great stuff, man. Bryan Danielson gets the win, and he will move on, and he will face Chris Jericho. And to be honest with you, I think we already knew Danielson was going to win because, like, he lost like 3 times already. So, but anyways, it was still a great one. Now, the main event, the Ring of Honor Pure title match, Willa Yuta and Daniel Garcia. Right out the bat, I think we knew that Willa Yuta was obviously going to be the heel in this one because it's not his hometown, of course. And this wasn't match of the night, but it wasn't a bad main event. I thought it was a really good main event. You know, you got 2 young guys, 2 youngsters in the main event tonight, which was pretty cool to see. And Willa Yuta taps out, and Daniel Garcia in his hometown of Buffalo wins the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. So that is a special moment in and of itself. And by the way, you had the Acclaim come out. I forgot to mention the Acclaim come out. They were about to cut a wrap. But of course, Mr. Swerve had to be the heel. And the Acclaim are getting a rematch. And looks like the Acclaim are going to win the titles because everybody loves the Acclaim, which I got no problem with that. Even though FTR one day are going to win the titles too. Anyways, Willa Yuta Garcia, this is a really good main event, and I thought the right man went over here. No offense to Willa Yuta, but come on, Garcia is doing some great stuff right now, man. So, all right, that is my AEW Dynamite review. Now, I will be doing a SmackDown review, but it's gonna be coming out a little bit late, so it won't be coming out as soon as SmackDown goes off the air. I just want to let you all know that. But this has been the Kid DC Wrestling. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. And so, yeah.